now the moment you've all been waiting for. It's the return of Ember Blaze to the MMA show. Come on out, Ember. Hey, mate. How's it going? We missed you.
Thanks, Jay. Good to be back. You ready for another top 10 breakdown?
Oh, hell yeah. Do you want to do the welterweight division?
Yeah, it makes sense, considering that's the division that's been a little crazy lately.
All right, let's take a look.
At the moment, the welterweight division is easily one of the most competitive divisions in the sport. Just take a look at some of the talent not included on our list.
You're absolutely right, Em. There's veteran Brian Ebersol, who's currently riding a 10-fight win streak, 3-0 in the UFC. Not to mention Dong-Hyun Kim, whose only loss thus far has been to interim champion Carlos Condit.
You also have the likes of the pitbull Thiago Alves, whom over the last 2 years has been considered top 10 talent.
There's also a young buck by the name of John Hathaway, and we definitely can't forget Diego Sanchez, who just put on one hell of a performance, coming up on the losing end when he faced Jake Ellenberger last week. There's Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, Hall of Famer Matt Hughes. The list truly does go on and on. So let's cut to the chase and get into the thick of it. Who do we got at number 10, Ember?
It was a tough call, but we have Martin Hitman Campman opening things up. He is 18-5-0, 3-2 in his last 5 fights. In those 2 losses, both were very questionable decisions that he could have and should have won. Campman is looking to pick up his 2nd victory in a row, but to do that he'll have to get through Thiago Alves, March 2nd at UFC on FX2.
At number 9, it's Canada's own, the artist formerly known as the Waterboy. It's Rory Aries McDonald. He has 12 wins with only 1 loss. That loss came at the hands of interim champion Carlos Condit in a fight Rory was winning until the final frame. Currently on a 2-fight win streak, he will look to make it 3 in a row when he faces up-and-coming Che Mills at UFC 145, April 21st.
At number 8 is Jake Shields. He has a record of 26-6-1, but is currently on a 2-fight losing streak, which goes to show his talent, seeing as he is still ranked. Will he fall out of the top 10 after he loses to Sexy Yama? I say yes.
It's going to be a tough one for the Sex, but I too will be behind him this coming Saturday at UFC Japan. Next up, another fighter who has been having problems as of late, and that's John Fitch, who drops down to number 7. He was widely regarded as the number 2 welterweight in the world for quite some time, and as Fight Metrics shows, he has scored 52 takedowns in his UFC career. That's the 3rd highest number in the UFC, and he has landed a total of 1,973 strikes, which is the 2nd highest total right after old Georgie Boy. While he doesn't have a fight lined up as of this recording, rumor has it that BJ Penn will return to the octagon, and if that happens, a rematch with Fitch could be a lock.
Up next is the big rig Johnny Hendricks. He is 12-1, currently on a 3-fight winning streak, and really put his name on the map after knocking out John Fitch in just 12 seconds. The 2-time NCAA Division I champion will look to keep his momentum going when he faces Josh Koscheck,
who just happens to be ranked at number 5. He is 17-5-0 and on a 2-fight winning streak, and like Hendricks is also an NCAA champion. The two will meet May 5th at UFC on Fox 3.
At number 4 is Jake the Juggernaut Ellenberger. His record stands at 27-5-0 and is riding a 6-fight win streak. He has 17 wins by way of knockout TKO, and his takedown defense thus far in the UFC is a staggering 91%. Will he get a shot at the interim title? We sure hope so, because if not, what's the point of even having a phony title?
I couldn't agree more, Em. Nick Diaz certainly blew his chance at the rematch as discussed earlier, but speak of the devil, here he is at number 3, for now. His record is 26-8-0 with 1 no contest after the first time he was busted. Currently his future is uncertain.
And of course, the natural-born killer Carlos Condit is ranked at number 2, and he is the interim welterweight champion. He is 28-5-0, and before you jump to conclusions after his last performance, you have to remember he is a finisher, with 46% of his wins coming by way of knockout and 46 by submission. Now go on and give the Juggernaut a rematch.
And of course, your real champion is George St-Pierre. He is 22-2-0. He has avenged both of his losses. He is the record holder of numerous UFC stats, including most takedowns, most strikes landed. But unfortunately, we won't be able to see him in action again until the later half of the year.